Gentlemen, I'm going to show you how to use Google Forms to create a survey. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Google Chrome because Google Chrome is going to be the most compatible here using any of the Google tools. Okay, so opened up Google Chrome. I'm going to go to google.com because I'm going to sign into my account. Well, looks like I'm actually already signed in. I'm going to go over to my drive, okay, and then I'm going to go to create and down to form. All right, Google Forms is what we're going to use. All right, now this is your edit screen right here. Your edit screen is going to allow you to do the work on the form. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a title. I'm going to name mine Psychology Survey. Okay, just for the purposes of this. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to uncheck this box right here. Now mine says require school district of Waukesha faculty and staff from viewing this. If this was the case, the only people that could view this would be staff. Now yours is going to be different. Yours is going to say students. Now I want to uncheck this because I need to be able to look at your survey. So I'm going to uncheck that, click OK. Okay, so it gives you two different questions as samples, and we can use these sample questions and edit them a little bit. The way to edit is going to be the use of this little pencil right here. If we wanted to delete this, we could go over to the trash can right here. So the first question I'm going to ask right here, are you, well, let's say this. What is your gender? Okay. Now, what I could do is, it gives you a couple different options for the question type. You could go text, where students would have to type in their responses. Now, for the purposes of this survey, I would recommend you not using the text. The text is going to be a little bit more difficult when it comes to analyzing your data. Text and paragraph text are going to be more difficult. So I would probably either go multiple choice, and it gives you a couple options, or you could go choose from a list, check boxes. Okay, a couple of these are you're going to have to play around with these because they're all a little bit different. So the ones that I like are choose from a list. I'll go like this: choose from a list, male. Second one to choose from would be female. Oops, female. Okay. And you're going to want to make all of your questions required, okay, because then the students can't skip any questions when they go to submit it. So I'm going to make that one required, okay. I'm going to edit another question here. My next question is going to be, what grade are you in? Okay, I'm going to try the check. No, we'll go choose from a list again. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, make this required and done. Now, here we have two different types of questions, and this, for the purposes of this screenshot, I'm only going to do these two, and we're going to move on from there. Okay, so if you wanted to view what your survey would look like, you would click down here. But before we do that, we're going to add a theme up here. Okay, so if we want to add a theme, there's a couple of different themes to choose from. Actually, there's 97 pages of themes you can choose from. Okay, let's go find one that we like. I like this time one. That one looks cool. Cool. So now this is what the survey is going to look like. If we wanted to apply this, we could go apply. Okay, now we have our theme. If we want to look at that again, click down here. Okay, this is what our survey would look like if students were looking at it to take it. Okay, they can choose from a list, male or female, and then what grade they are in. All right, perfect, and then they would hit submit. Now let's go back a little bit here. Let's go back and let's X out of our survey. Now here's the interesting part. Let's see where that survey was that I just created. Psychology survey, I think that was it, right? Okay. So when you open it back up after closing your survey, you're going to come to a screen like this. Now this is the spreadsheet where you're going to get all your information. Okay, so you really don't have to make any editing changes on here. The way to do it is through form, and then you're going to want to go to edit form. Okay, now you can add more questions up here. You can edit the questions that you're currently at. You can move these questions around. If we want to put this one ahead of that, okay, we can do that. We can move it back. That's all cool. Okay, and then remember, if we click down here, then we can view the survey. So the next thing that you guys are going to have to do is you're going to have to share this form with the other students in the class via email. So the way to do that would be up here. You click the email this form, and this is where you're going to want to type in those members of your class in. Okay, and then they're going to get a form, and you're going to want to keep this include form in the email. They're going to get the survey back, or they're going to get the survey in an email, and then they can answer right in the email. Click send, submit, and then all of your information is going to come right in here. Okay, and then with that information, you're going to be able to view your results. Now the way to do that would be over to form and show summary of responses. If you show the summary of responses, now nobody's taken this survey yet, so we have nothing. But if you do the show summary, it tells you how many people took it, and then some graphs for your data. Okay, like I showed you in class. Oh, now I don't want to do that. I made that big. We want to make this smaller. Oh, okay, there we go. And X out of that. And that is pretty much all you need to know about Google Forms.